G'day everybody and welcome to another All Things Essendon video. Today, with obviously this end of the season getting closer and closer, I thought it'd be a good idea to start going through some players that are on the maybe outer of the Essendon Footy Club or who has struggled to show improvement or confidence throughout the last couple of years, and what a perfect player to start with than Archie Perkins. So there'll be probably a few of these going out, once a week for the next 5-6 weeks. Obviously, some draft profiles and some NGA updates as well, and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I thought this would be a cool idea for a video. So yeah, if you like this sort of stuff, please let me know in the comments, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. And let's get stuck straight into it. So Archie, obviously, is 23 years old now, was our pick 9 in the draft, in 2020 draft, which was the first of the COVID, or the main COVID draft, really, where a lot of the under-18s league got cancelled that year, so we didn't really get to see a lot. We saw, obviously, his bottom ages stuff, but yeah, I know that year going into the draft, he's got to go into full-time midfield role before it all went pear-shaped. Anyway, we picked him, pick 9, was now 5 years ago. He's played 96 games, almost 100 games, 62 goals, and obviously he signed that 2-year extension last year to get him through to the end of 2026. So he is still contracted for next year, but obviously he's really struggled with form the last 2 years, and especially this year. So I thought it'd be worthwhile doing a video about him. So just having a look at some of his 2025 averages, obviously 14 disposals a game, 1.5 clearances almost. Not that he spent that much time in the midfield, or he has in spurts, but he's not really a midfielder, is he? We don't think. Almost 3 marks a game, 2 tackles, and almost a goal a game this year. So all of those stats are, above average. So they all look all right by the numbers. But when you dig a little bit deeper into it, you realise that he hasn't been that influential, and he's really kind of his development has stagnated the last 2 years, and not really sure where it's going. So that's his averages so far for this year with 4 games left. But let's have a look into the good and the bad. Starting off with the good. So obviously he's on track for the most goals in a season. So he's had 14 at the moment with 5 games left. I think the highest he's kicked is 18. So he'll probably go past that. He's had a couple of games where he's kicked 2 or 3 goals in a game this season, so he can get on the scoreboard. He's having a career high year for scoring accuracy as well, so he does have a very good shot on goal. Doesn't miss too often, and he can kick him from 50 as well. He's got a pretty good leg on him in terms of set shots, so when he does get a chance, he takes it normally, so that's obviously a really good thing for him. And he's on track for a career high in contested marks, so he can get up and take a nice mark. We've seen that plenty of times. He took one against Melbourne in gather round, which was really good. Took a couple of big, nice marks, even last week. And then he did it again against West Coast a while back. So he can do that. He can take a nice mark and then finish in his work. So all this is obviously kind of showing that he's more of a forward than a midfielder. And we have been trying to mould him into a high half forward midfielder the last 2-3 years. And maybe that's not the spot for him. And obviously he's only 23 as well, so he's coming into his peak in the next 2-3 years, or his prime. So he is still relatively young, although he has almost played 100 AFL games now, so you'd probably be expecting a little bit more from him. Now to the bad. So there is a few here, but I just thought I'd look into when he has the footy, what is he doing with it? And is it, effective, and when are we scoring from it, and that sort of thing. So his kicking efficiency is only at 58%, which is below average. Or I think that's actually bang on average. Sorry, I apologise. So by the AFL website anyway. For a high half forward potential midfielder, I think you need to get that up. Lowest inside 50s per game for career this season. So yeah, when he is getting it, even when you look at the score involvements, lower score involvements for his career this season as an average. So you put them two together, he's not being effective with the footy when he's getting it. Are we scoring from it? No, you need that from your half forward. So Lowest meters gained for career as well this season. Most that's supposed to be clangers for career, and the pressure acts are way down. So there's plenty of stuff all in there. Just show he looks always like lacking confidence. And you actually saw it against the Bulldogs on Friday night when he kicked a goal, and he almost looked a bit fed up, a bit down. I know the situation isn't great, but yeah, you'd really hope he'd be trying to take that next step and almost be like Sam Durham and really try and, not give in and show all the right things and all that sort of stuff. But you're just not seeing it from him anywhere near enough. And yeah, it's a worry going forward. It really is. So I want to ask you guys, what would you do with Archie Perkins? Let me know in the comments below. Do we trade him? Do we keep him? If we trade him, what for? What should we look for? A draft pick, a player swap? Just keep him for next year, see how he goes. Yeah, let me know down below what you think we should do with Archie Perkins and what your thoughts on him as a player is. And yeah, I'd love to have a discussion about it in the comments below. Now, my verdict is there's two scenarios here. Look to move him on for the right deal. So I wrote this down just a little bit before. So maybe a North Melbourne, Melbourne and Hawthorn all have picks in the 20s in this draft. Do you look at a future second for next year? I don't think you're going to get a first round pick for him. And then Geelong and Collingwood have picks in the 30s this year, and maybe a future third or fourth, add that in. So maybe you can get a couple of pick swaps or picks for him. Obviously, won't be a first rounder. Obviously, he doesn't want to leave Melbourne or Victoria, should I say, by his draft night when he said he didn't want to. You wouldn't have thought that would change. So I try to stick it to Melbourne clubs only. But yeah, I'd say there's something maybe between that pick 20 and 40 range, maybe a couple of picks or third round picks, something like that, some draft capital back. All I could see us getting for him, unless it's a player swap at this point in time, because his value is not very high. So look to move him for the right deal. What the right deal is, yeah, I'm not too sure. But that's just my guess. And then other option is keep him, get a good preseason into him, and really focus on his craft as a forward only. Yeah, I think this is it. He looks a lot more dangerous around goal than he does anywhere else on the ground. So he's got a good finish on him. He can take a nice mark. He's not a great pressure player. He does lose his opponent defensively a lot, and that's obviously happens a lot in the midfield. Seems to ball watch, not be concentrating. His bloke gets out the back or gets goal side. It happens constantly. So that is a worry, even if he's playing forward. But that's something that he'd really have to work on, would be his pressure and, yeah, his stuff at ground level. But, yeah, they're the two options I see, and I would not be re-signing him until at least we saw some sort of fight back or come back next year and see that really next level that we hope to see from him when we drafted him 5 years ago. So I wouldn't be re-signing him at all, yeah, until later next year. You'd want to see a good body of work. And yeah, and kind of just see where we go with that. So that's what I think anyway. Let me, as I said before, let me know what you think. There's plenty of options here, and there's plenty of guys like Archie on our list that you could look to move on, or it's really a tricky one. You don't want to move too many players at once. There could be another 7-8 out this year. There was 7-8 out last year, or changes. So what do you do with Archie? It's a real tricky one. He's at a real crossroads in his career at Essendon. And yeah, I mean, for both sides' sake, I really hope we do get to see the best of Archie in Essendon colours, going forward. But if it's not going to happen, then yeah, maybe we need to look at moving him on. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the quick little video. I'll be doing a few more of these. If there's anything I missed or something you want me to add to these sorts of videos, definitely let me know. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all soon. Cheers.